Hello and welcome to another episode of the Slip Cordon. I'm Isabel Joyce and I'm joined by my co-host Peter Boyd. With me today I have Cleona Reardon from the Hills, Celeste Rack from Merrion and Emma Butler from Clontarf. Welcome guys.
Hey, having us.
Hi guys, you're very welcome to the show. And as we had last week, we were previewing cricket. Now we get to review cricket once again, and it's brilliant to be back and going. Just a quick recap of the games we had played last week. So first of all, we had Pembroke with an 8-wicket victory over YM. We also had Malahide with a 10-wicket victory over Clontarf. The game I was at myself and Celeste, obviously you were involved. Leinster's 6-wicket victory out in Merrion. How did you find it? How did you enjoy being back out and playing?
Oh, it was great to be back, Peter. Like, we've been waiting for so long to be back out there. So it was fantastic to be able to take what we've been doing in the nets for the last few months into a match. And obviously not the result we wanted, but we're pretty happy to be playing again.
Just going to say after the game, obviously pretty disappointed to lose, but was it more overriding the feeling that it was great to be back out there than annoyed at a loss that maybe you didn't want?
Yeah, you're definitely right. It is more than anything. It was just the fact that we got to play out in the middle, and just even walking back into Merrion thinking that we've got a game on, looking at the pitch and being like, we're playing out there. It was awesome. So, like, obviously we wanted the win, but yeah, just the fact that we were out there was awesome.
And for yourselves there, Emma, obviously not the result you guys would have wanted out in Clontarf as well, but was there a sense of relief and a happiness of being out playing yourselves as well?
Yeah, no, definitely. We were all, I think, delighted just to get back out there. It's been a long time coming, but then also for us from Clontarf, with it being the first game out on the new square, that was an extra bit of excitement for everyone to see how that went. And then definitely the support we had I think it just lifted spirits. No matter what the results, everyone was happy to be back out and have people around them again.
Cleona, it's your first game this week.
Yeah.
You're shaping up, and do you think that that's going to be the overriding kind of feeling, just being back out there and glad to play again?
Oh yeah, definitely. We were lucky enough to get out to the middle the other day training on a grass wicket, and even just the people jumping up and down with excitement at just the fact of like that we'd actually get to play a game tomorrow. So yeah, we're hoping that will carry us through no matter what the result.
Last week we had a couple of different people that were kind of mentioned as players to look out for, different performances. Even for yourself, Raki, out in Merrion, Rachel and Rebecca really had good performances with the bat. How did you feel that you went as a side?
I think with the bat we really stood up. I think Rebecca Stokel's been a huge signing for us. That's been a long time coming, and she batted so well. She's been working really hard over the off season, and it's awesome to see her convert that into runs in a match. So we're really excited about what she's going to bring for us for the next few weeks. But Rachel Delaney as well has had a great 6 months off in Perth. In Australia, she's played a lot over there, and she's showing us what she can do with the bat. So we've got a lot of hopes for the two of them, and Leopold, and a few of the young girls that we've got coming through, like Neve McNulty opened the bowling for us. And she took 1 wicket, but I think she deserved more. She landed the ball exactly where we wanted to. She's been working so hard, and we're excited about what she has to show as well.
Definitely one to look out for. So coming into week 2, any changes that you're going to make to the team or tactics wise?
Well, we were a little bit disappointed about how we bowled compared to how we batted. I think we posted about 135. That was enough. We just didn't bowl as well as we could have. So the focus this week's been on bowling. We've got a lot of new spinners in our team. So just getting used to conditions, situations, being out there with the new ball on a pitch that isn't Abbottstown synthetic is a big change. So we've talked a lot about how we can change things, and we're really excited to play against a strong young Clontarf team, which we don't know a huge amount about.
So Emma,
so this is your opportunity, Emma. Are you going to say anything, or are you going to keep it nice and quiet? Play your cards close to your chest.
Please give us some info.
I think we might go for the mysterious route on this one. But definitely, like, coming off our game last week, we have made a couple of changes. We've got 3 new players coming into the team, which is definitely a great chance for them to gain some match experience playing for the ones, and also just to show kind of the rest of the team what they have coming up behind them. Throughout the week in training, I think we really reflected on how the game went for us and what may have gone wrong as such, or didn't work the way we wanted to. So we definitely spent a bit of time on our bowling. This week, Super A was down with us, helping us out a good bit, and then also with our coach being Izzy, pointing out to us that Merrion a strong spinning side. So we worked on that last night, kind of getting our batters ready to prepare and face up to whatever Merrion throw at us tomorrow.
You got us worried, Emma.
Well, watch out for the sixes, Rocky. Right, so Clean, first up for you is Malahide. They had a strong performance last week. What will you be looking to do coming into week one?
Well, for us, obviously, Malahide would probably be a game we'd be targeting quite a lot for this season. Our team's quite inexperienced this year. We've got a lot of young girls coming up, which is obviously great for them to get that experience and that learning opportunity. So yeah, we're just hoping everyone learns a lot from it and takes something away to keep working for the next 6 weeks on it.
Yeah, and it's something, we talked about last week about that kind of momentum at the start of the season, Clean. Yourselves targeting those kind of games against Malahide. Is that something that you're kind of talked about this week as well?
Yeah, we sat down on Monday and had a bit of a chat about, Malahide as a team and, what we know about them. And I always find that really useful because it means I'm not just in the 5 overs into the match realising, oh no, that girl's really good off her legs or something like that. So for that really just made things really clear for us, so that we have clear plans going in tomorrow.
Just shows how far the game has come. It used to definitely just be turn up and run onto the pitch. So great to hear that kind of prep is going in. Gleena, just staying with you, obviously you're missing a few players, like you said, you've got some players coming up. You don't have the likes of Lara coming back, and you'd normally have an overseas player helping with the coaching. How much of an impact has that had on your preparation, or has it just meant that the team has come together a bit more?
Yeah, it's obviously quite a challenge, kitting out with relatively young girls who haven't had much experience in Division 1 before. And obviously an overseas player, I always feel, brings a lot to a team with different outlook, perspective, and particularly for me, I learned so much from Lani just batting with her out in the middle, regardless of what she was telling me in the nets 2 years ago. So yeah, but besides that, it was just getting back in the nets, getting the bowling machine going. We were just so happy to be able to do that. So because we weren't even sure if we get any cricket this year, so we're just grateful that we have the chance to play tomorrow.
Very good.
Such an overriding emotion at the moment, just to be out there and playing it all. But there is something as well, Emma, about the fact that you want to take something from the season as well. You want to get experience into the younger players as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a great opportunity for all of them to step up and start to think about their game in a way they wouldn't necessarily have. I know for ourselves in Clontarf, a lot of the time, not that we'd be completely relying on a pro, but a pro coming over definitely does help in the aspect that they will make a lot of decisions based on, if they're coaching, they can see what girls, what our players' kind of strengths or weaknesses are, and make in-game decisions like that. So I think definitely for us, we realised after last week that it's up to us as individuals and players to start making our own decisions and kind of set a plan in our own heads of, well, if something's not going right for me, how can I change that? So that's definitely something that I hope that all of the girls in Clontarf anyway can take from this season, is that they build on their own personal responsibility and yeah.
And you as captain as well, I suppose you're finding that's tenfold for you taking up that role, because it's not an easy one, especially with the experienced team.
Yeah, definitely. I'd previously captained for our twos, but it's definitely a big jump up for me into Division 1. You're up against top class players, internationals, and then overseas players as well, which is completely different. So me trying to balance now between my own game and looking out for the rest of our team and be there as a support for all of my players is definitely something that I'm looking to improve on each game.
Coming to yourself, Celeste, at Merrion, we talked about Leopold here as a young player coming through and someone to look out for the season. She had a tough enough start to the campaign last week, but you really see some promise from her for the rest of the season.
Oh, most definitely there, Peter. She's become pretty much an all-rounder for us in the last 12 months. She's bowling really well. She's batting well. She knows the game more. She's working really hard in the nets. So I think it's going to be a huge year from Leah. I think we've got a lot of hopes in what she can achieve, both for Merrion and internationally. And yeah, we're really excited to see what she's going to bring this year for us.
Because what I loved being there and watching the game last Thursday was there was a real sense of initiative and fun though as well about her. She seemed to lead with a smile on her face, and that seemed to translate to the rest of the team as well.
Oh, absolutely. She's an absolute asset to us, and we're lucky to have her. And that's the thing. Like, I know she didn't score the runs she would have liked to last week, but she's able to give so much in other capacities. Whether it's with the ball, with how she leads, with her personality and the fun that she brings to the team. We're really lucky to have someone like Leah playing for us and leading us this year.
We've spoken a lot about, the difficulties coming into the season with the coronavirus, but do you think in some ways it's brought some more people to the game? Merrion have a seconds team back again, and it's kind of a new look team. Can you tell us a little bit about how that's coming together, Celeste?
Well, absolutely. Today was a fantastic. We had a great day today. Today was a friendly against Terranure, which they're a similar standard to us. A lot of new people, a lot of mums who have watched their sons and daughters play over the years, and they had a go at cricket today for the first time and found that it's something that they can play themselves. Whether a lot of them, their husbands had played for the Tabs, their sons had played, and they never thought that they'd be playing themselves. So I think the way Merrion is at the moment, it's a really inclusive club for everyone in the family. And today just reinforced that, everyone in the family can play.
Emma, similar kind of stuff in Clontarf for the Chews. Well, similar in some ways, but different in some respects because it's a lot of young players coming through. Do you think this season's more about those players and their experiences and making sure that they stick with it, that they don't suddenly drift away from the game because of one kind of short summer?
Yeah, I think definitely, even though it's short, I mean, it's great in the sense that there isn't as much pressure that you'd expect that we would have had previously, where you've got a long season and kind of looking at a cup or a league title. We don't necessarily have that to worry about as such, and I think just we can spread out the bowling and batting and whatnot a little bit better this season. And definitely in Clontarf, like we've got, like as Celeste was saying, that they've got in Merrion, they've got parents starting up, so do we, and just people from all different backgrounds. I think it's just the perfect opportunity for them to have a go without any added kind of pressure or anything of worrying about competition as such.
Brilliant. Well, that brings us to your picks, teams to look out for. So last week we asked the representatives of their clubs to tell us who they think might take the top spot. We'll put the pressure on the youngest first, Cleana, who you haven't played any cricket yet, so you're completely unbiased. You pick one team out of the hat. Who do you think might be the one to watch for this season?
Well, obviously, Leinster and Pembroke are always really strong teams, but I definitely think Merrion are a strong team this year to look out for how they go through the league. So yeah, I'm keeping my eye on that one.
That's a
good choice, man. Good choice.
Opinion here. After you.
I reckon I'm probably I'm going with Pembroke as my team to look out for, especially with Louise back in. It'll be interesting to see how she goes. I mean, I remember standing at a crease, having her ball down to me when I was about 13, and I was quite scared. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes this season, particularly. But yeah, I think Pembroke will be definitely up there in the top spot.
And Raki, last to you. And you can pick yourself if you want, but I know you're probably too modest.
Look, as good as we are this year, and as much as I'm all about the full spin attack, I've been seeing how well the littles have come on this year for Pembroke, and thinking those two, Lou McCarthy, and the batting that they have, and they really should do good things this year. I know we say that every year, but I think this could potentially be Pembroke's year. I hope that jinxes them.
I'm delighted that you came up with that last sentence, because everyone has been so political and so diplomatic with their answers so far on the podcast that nobody's put any sort of ammunition on a dressing room wall.
You're not getting that from me, Peter. I'm all about Merrion for the flag.
Nobody on this knows what for the flag means, Rocky. So just
I mean for the title.
Yeah, that's what they say. Is it just Tasmania or Australia? They say you get
Victoria as well. Yeah, the flag. Yeah.
You win the flag if you win the league. So that's just Bogan Rocky coming out. We'll go in reverse order for the next one. You can't use the Littles or Louise because you've already said them, but give us your players to watch out for.
Well, Laura Delaney batted really well against us last year, and she's always so difficult to get out. So she's one. I'm giving, as a young player, I'm giving Niamh McNulty for us. I know I've said her already. I think for a 13-year-old, she is one to look out for. I could almost give you one from every team. Like Amy Hunter's look class, and the Hills are lucky to have her.
She's in Malahide.
Yeah, I wish we had her.
Sorry, Malahide. I thought she was Malahide. Amy Hunter for Malahide, and always I think Gabby Lewis is always batting very well. So it's always a bit of a scary prospect to play YM and play against her.
I kind of wish I hadn't gone to Raki first because she's taken a few options off the table.
Yeah.
Sorry, there you go. Good luck, guys.
So Emma, will give you the next shout. You don't have to name as many as Raki, but you can if you want. Who you watch out for?
Yeah, I think for another club, I'm going to the Hills and Jane Maguire. It's been really interesting to see Jane come along after the last few years, and I think the way she ended last season on a great note. And I just think with her batting and bowling, she's going to be a hard one to get out when she's out there, and just kind of see what happens with her. And then for ourselves in Clontarf, I think my one to watch is definitely Anna Marshall. I mean, I've enjoyed coaching her from the bottom until where she is now, and even from progressing from our twos and now up into our ones. I'm just really delighted for her, and I hope she goes well this season.
Good. And Colleen, I hope your names haven't already been said, if they were.
Well, yeah, they have. Of course, I can't not say Jane. Just, watching her coming on over the years, and she just gets better and better, and facing her in the nets gets tougher and tougher. And of course, her younger sister Amy, who's been kidding out for us since, for so many years. So I'm really excited for her to get an opportunity to have one. And then, of course, in another club, I was going to say Amy Hunter. Even touring with her last summer, she's just out of this world, yeah.
Well, lots of talent coming through. It's great to hear players talking about each other in such glowing terms. So lots of opportunities for people to show what they can do this week.
Absolutely, and there's plenty of good quality cricket coming ahead, and I think a few names there that I'll get to have a look at myself tomorrow evening when Malahide and the Hills go head to head. That's where I'll be tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of those names there going at it when the league gets underway again.
Yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you so much to our three participants, Celeste Rack, Emma Butler and Cleona O'Riordan. You've been brilliant. Best of luck in your next game and for the rest of the season. So that's it for now from the podcast. The Slip Cordon, goodbye.
Thanks very much, guys. Take care.